Why did I build these ramps? To do this, of course. Okay, so in all seriousness, the reason why I built these ramps was to be able to do some suspension flex testing. I've watched a lot of Tinker's Adventures videos, and he has some red ramps, and I actually reached out to him, and he had found them on Marketplace, or someone had already built them for him, and he just purchased them. So I've scoured the internet. There's a ton of like little cheap options. Nothing worked for what I wanted. I wanted something pretty much exactly what he had. So the only way I figured I would do it is if I built them myself. I don't know how to weld. I learned pretty quickly, had a few different welders, and just got to it. Started cutting metal and trying it out. So here we are. I have these ramps that I want to do flex testing with. Now, one of the main reasons why I wanted to try this is the Jeep YJ has track bars. So it has leaf spring suspension and track bars, which typically you just don't mix the two because the leaf springs keep the axle centered. So the track bar is just an unnecessary added, component that reduces flex. So really, when I start building up the YJ suspension, I wanted to see what the big difference would be with taking out the track bar as I upgrade the suspension. So let's go outside. I'll show you a little bit more. We're gonna measure some corner travel index. They're going to be estimated measurements, so they're not going to be exact, but for what I'm doing and my little testing, it's going to be pretty accurate. So let's go try it out. Real quick, I just wanted to go over how to measure corner travel index, or CTI. So what you want to do is put a ramp under the opposing corner, so left front and then right rear, and then you would drive up the ramp, measure from the center line of the wheel to the highest point or the lowest point of the tire. You would measure how far it goes up the ramp, and then you would add these two scores up from each tire. You would multiply that by 10, and then you multiply that by 2 to get your estimated CTI score. So today I'm just gonna play with all three of my vehicles, just get a rough estimate, see where they compare to each other, just for fun, just to test out the ramps that I built. So the hard part with the Jeep YJ is the brakes are shot, the parking brake doesn't work very well, and it tends to roll back. So it's hard to keep it at the maximum articulation on each corner. We'll try anyway, see what happens. Woo! Somebody needs to learn how to drive a stick again. All right, real quick, I just wanted to show how this really doesn't flex much with the stock YJ suspension. It's barely up the ramp, so I'll measure each side and give you the results. All right, these are definitely gonna be rough measurements. That right there is about 4 inches on the driver's side. We'll check the passenger side. We'll go 3 5/8. All right, I'll throw the math up on the screen, but 152.5, a whopping 152.5. The stock YJ does not have much flex. Next up, we'll do the 4Runner. All right, here goes the 4Runner. All right, so overall, the 4Runner clearly has way more flex with the Fox 2.5 suspension and the Icon Overland rear springs. Let me measure and we'll see. All right, let's see here. So the wheel, I'm gonna round a little bit. I'm gonna say 9 inches. Right on the rear. Since I rounded a little bit. 8 1/4. All right, so the CTI score for the 4Runner is 345, which was significantly better. What's kind of interesting is the ramps are not as accurate because I've actually done the Metal Cloak platform trailer that they have, the CTI trailer, and the score that I got on that was 450. So it just goes to show you the difference between driving up a ramp and then just lifting the actual platforms and putting the load on the platforms. But for what I'm doing, getting a baseline with ramps and just consistently using the ramps, I'll be able to see differences in the vehicles with my own baseline. So now let's test the Bronco Raptor. I wanted to show you real quick, when I designed these ramps, I measured them to fit underneath the 4Runner. And I'll show you why that matters in a second, because when I pull the Bronco, I have to take the side step off the Bronco. Okay, so here's what I mean right here. The 4Runner on 35s and a 2.5 inch lift has more ground clearance than the Raptor on 37s because these side steps are so low. So I'll take these off on this side and then run it up the ramps. All right, Bronco Raptor, sway bar disconnected. Here we go. Tires. All right, that is quite a bit of flex. Look at all that flex. It still didn't even go to the top of the ramps either. That's kind of crazy. It's so tucked all the way. All right, let's measure it. All right, let's see here. Go at 12.5. All right, in the rear, it's right at 12. Okay, so clearly the vehicle with the most suspension travel has the highest CTI score. So Raptor comes in at 490, which is much better than the 4Runner, and then significantly better than the little Jeep. Hopefully someday though, I'll get the Jeep YJ to flex out more than the Raptor. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's just been a fun little experiment that I've done myself. One, I learned to weld, took it on myself to make these, which actually ended up being way more work than I thought it would be, but it was still worth it in the end. And then I'll use these in future videos, you know, continuing to test out suspension differences and flex out the Jeep YJ once I get that build going, which I need to get going because it's been sitting for far too long. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.